Elissa, Miss Elissa checking in again. Okay, so we're still on Highway 212. So I told you about my sister Bonnie, who I live with, and her two sons, daughter-in-law, granddaughter, her son's girlfriend, and her two children. But I have a lot of other family. So next person I want to talk about is my oldest sister, Donna. She's 15 years older than I am. There's one brother a year younger than myself. His name is Eric. But Donna is the oldest daughter, and I'm the youngest daughter. And then my brother is 1 year younger than me. And there are six of us: Donna, Angie, Bonnie, Brad, Eric, and Elissa, and then Eric. So anyway, my sister Donna. Don't need to tell your age, but you know she's a senior citizen, pretty senior citizen. Right now she lives in Gloversville, New York. She is trying with her fiance to get back to around Palatka, Crescent City, Florida, Putnam County, to be near her daughter, Christy, my niece. She's married to a wonderful man named Billy Sparks, who works for the IT person for the Putnam County, Florida Sheriff's Department. Been there for quite a while. He's an IT person, very gifted and talented, very, very smart and helpful, very well liked. Christy, unfortunately she's disabled. She struggles with health issues, but she tries to keep a positive outlook. She's so educated and she loves the Lord. So she is just a true sweetheart and a blessing, and she takes lemons and makes lemonade. She does the best she can with what she's got, and we just love her to pieces. She's got an older brother, Tony, the oldest of my 9 nieces and nephews, Anthony Lee Sterling. He is a professional dance instructor. He's got many other talents as well. I think him and his wife, Renee, have a motorhome. It's kind of, they call it their mini home on wheels or something, like their tiny home on wheels. It's a beautiful, it's a very nice, big RV. I think someone that he worked with, or someone that he had a contract with for dance studio, asked him if he would like to buy it from him, maybe take over payments or something. Anyway, that's I'm not getting into all the personal things, but anyway, so it was an opportunity, and so they're able to kind of like travel around and work on their career, work on their dancing, and his wife Renee is very talented. She has a YouTube channel. I think it's called The Van Sterlings. She's a seamstress. She is a professional dance instructor, like they're ballroom dance instructors. She's very beautiful, physically fit, beautiful smile, sweet, as sweet as can be. They're really a fun couple, a lot of fun to be around. They have they're animal lovers. They have, I think, 4 dogs, maybe 3. Just, the dogs are sweethearts too. We love them all. And then his son is Talon Dand. He lives, I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of the town, but I guess he's in Virginia. Anyway, he kind of like has a dog sanctuary. And he, has a career as well, but he has some property, fiance. He's a strapping young man, animal lover, very kind-hearted, sweet person. Haven't seen him in a while, but I love him so much. So that's Donna's children. And John, I'm sorry, I forgot John. John is also Donna's son. He's got a beautiful wife, Nicole, and a son named Landon, who is the spitting image of him. They live in St. Augustine, Florida, and I believe he's got his own construction business and maybe does like remodeling and contracting and things. So he is an industrious young man. He's always been a go-getter ever since he was like a teenager. He's got ambition. Nothing was going to slow him down. Look at that beautiful water. I'm not sure what body of water that is, but it's pretty. Anyway, so I'm just so proud of them. Next comes my sister Angie Bartholomew. She's married to Brian Bartholomew, who he's also like an IT. I don't know exactly what his a college degree, and he's been doing American Sign Language for a long time. He's a young Christian man. He did several ministry trips and mission trips to other countries. She's got a younger son named Zachary. Zachary, I believe, he's college age. He's also just a bright young man. I think he's kind of got Leanne's personality, where he's just fun-loving, funny, just fun to be around. Highly intelligent because their mother is highly intelligent. Suzanne is her next oldest daughter. Suzanne has a master's degree. She has a counseling business. She lives in Texas. I want to say Houston. Okay, so I'm trying to think these sons' names. There's Talon, Tyler, Landon, Dylan. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that Leanne's son's name is Dylan, and Suzanne's son's name is Tyler. Landon is John's son, and then Levi's daughter is Madeline. So there's Talon, Tyler, Dylan, Landon, and Madeline. That's all my great nieces and nephews. And then there's Bonnie's sons. Levi married to Jenny Green. Levi Green married to Jenny Green. Have a daughter, Madeline Green. And then Sean Green, he's engaged to Heather Bennett. She's got a son, a teenage son. He's almost 18. His name is Jacob, and she's got a daughter, about 6 years old, named Kaylin. We just love them all to pieces. Heather is a nurse. She's a hardworking woman. She worked hard to put herself through college while raising her children. She's been doing traveling nurse work. That she's been they went to different parts of Georgia. They bought a camper so they could do the traveling nurse work while they were homeschooling their kids. Then she felt like she wanted to get her daughter back into regular school, so she's back home near her family and Sean's family. But I think she took a month off, and they're going to go to Arkansas for a while now, since it's summertime, and they're going to take a break. She's been working her fingers to the bone, working long hours, driving, and I just respect and admire her so much. She's a wonderful woman. I just really admire her and love them all. Then my brother Brad, Dwight Bradley Corey, he purchased my parents' property in Georgetown, Florida. He owns that now. My brother Eric, as far as I know, he lives on the property with him. Eric bought a fifth wheel camper, and so he put the fifth wheel camper on the part of the property and lives in that, and it's a pretty good long camper trailer. So he's got his own place to live, kind of like I have my apartment in Bonnie's house. Eric's got his camper on the family property that Brad now owns. Brad's always been willing to share the property. I lived with him for a while, and he said this is a family's property. So, my family has always been very generous and helpful. I try to be generous and helpful when I can. The more I get on my feet, the more I try to help my family and friends if they need it. And then my brother Eric, he's a year younger than me. He's been a truck driver most of his life. He's been driving dump trucks. He's like a cat with 9 lives. Some of his latest health scares were he had cancer. We didn't know that he had cancer, but he was having trouble talking. He had this big lump in his throat, and so their friend Clayton kind of saved his life by calling 911. And he's like, "Look, you got to get someone here now. He can't breathe," and he was turning blue. He ended up having to go to Savannah, and he had his voice box removed from cancer of the throat. And then he was mauled by some dogs from some roommates that were staying at Brad's house. They say he raised his arms and the dogs took it as being aggressive, but I don't know. I wasn't there. But supposedly they didn't see it, otherwise they would have come and rescued him. So I don't know how they know that he raised his arms. I think it might have been more speculation, so he had to heal from that. He's had other times when like he might have been in an accident. One time he almost drowned in the river when a boat that he and his friend were in capsized, and his friend did drown, which I knew him too. We all knew him. And so that was a really sad time. Shook Eric up. He told me later he did have a dream that his friend came to see him, and he said, and Eric said to him, like, I'm really, really sorry about what happened. And he said, you know, I'm okay. I'm in a good place. It's all okay, you know. And I gave him some peace. I gave him some closure. So, you know, I think that might have been a little divine intervention there. He said they did pray in the water when they were holding on to like milk jugs. For a while, they had to sit on top of the fishing boat they were in. It's like one of those flat bottom fishing boats. They were doing some commercial fishing. And so Eric has just had, you know, some things happen to him, but he has the comeback kid. He's got some other health issues. Brad has some health issues. You know, we all do everyone has something, but I think that our family is a family of overcomers. And, you know, when life throws your curveball, well, you know, we just, I guess, go around the curve, see what's there. My sister suffered loss. She lost her husband to pancreatic cancer, but you know, she's come through it. She's recovered. She still misses him terribly. She talks about some divine visitation she feels like, you know, like times when he's visiting her. So it's just, you know, I think we love so deeply. Sometimes we fight, but we're still there for each other. That's just how we roll. We're a family unit. We might not, you know, like I might not talk to Brad for 6 months. I'll be like, well, you know, I'm aggravated with him because he never calls me. But then, you know, when we do talk to each other, you know, they're like, oh, I love you. It's just the way families are. You know, so when you're really close, a close-knit family, you're going to be disagreeing with each other because you care about that person. You want them to be the best they can be. You don't, you know, if you see them going down a wrong path, you know, you want to try to stop them. You want to try to warn them. Something happens to them, you want to help them. Maybe sometimes they don't want you to help them, but, you know, you just feel like you want to be there. You want to do something for them. So that's my family. Proud of all of them. All of my nieces and nephews are you know, bright, smart, successful, have families. All of my sisters and brothers are very loving and caring and compassionate people. We each have our things that we like to do. We have our hobbies. My Donna and Bonnie love plants and gardening. I wish I could do it. I want to, but I'm not gifted. I do not have a green thumb, but I'm going to keep trying because I have a little patio. I want to fix it up. I want to get some plants, so I'm going to ask my sister to help me. And I know I'm just rattling on, but that's what the name of my channel is. Driving with Miss Elissa and chatting while I drive. So I'm just, you know, letting you know a little bit about myself. If there's something that sparks your interest or something you want to comment on, give me a comment. Tell me about your families, your struggles, you know, things that you have overcome. How to fix this air conditioning in this car. Some of your travels that you've been on, some videos that you made, books you've read. What are your hobbies?